Hello again and welcome to this drum lesson for Good For You by Olivia Rodrigo. The drums don't come in until the second time around the intro, and there's just a backbeat on the snare drum in halftime. There's one bar with a couple of hi-hat sizzles halfway through. And then to finish out this first section, there's just some 16th notes on the snare drum with a crescendo, no accents if you can manage it, and it's something that's going to get used a bunch in the song because it is basically another hook in the drums. So let me show you how it goes right now. That takes us into the chorus, and the chorus is 16 bars long, but in the drums, it's just an 8-bar loop that we use twice. Let me break down the first 4 bars. And here's the second 4 bars. And now let me put those 2 groups of 4 bars back together, up to speed, so you hear what the chorus is going to sound like. I find those offbeat kick drums in the fill right at the end there a little bit uncomfortable and a little bit unnatural, so if you wanted to leave them out, I'm sure that would be fine. Anyway, to finish off the chorus, we come off on the art of 4 right at the end of that fill. There's a bar where there's just the guitar riff, and then we're going to bring that 16th note snare drum roll back in. From that roll, we are straight into the second verse, and there's a bit of a broken down drum beat. I've done my best to work it out, so here is the first 2 bars. So that's kind of like the little pickup into the verse, and here is the next 4 bars. And the last 2 bars of this broken down drum beat go like this. We're still in the verse, but the hi-hats are going to come in and play a continuous pattern over the top. And then the last 4 bars of the verse have a couple of crash cymbals and then a fill right at the end. I'm going to put that whole verse section back together just to make it a little bit clearer how it's going to sound. From there, we are back into another chorus, and it's just the same as we did the first time. After the chorus, we have that snare drum roll again, but at the end of the snare drum roll, we're going to leave 2 beats and come in on beat 3 for the guitar solo. The drums for the guitar solo are exactly the same as the chorus, so that's nice and easy. And then at the end of the guitar solo, we're into the bridge, and here's the first 4 bars. Fairly straightforward, just try and catch that hi-hat sizzle right at the end. The next 4 bars have a little fill at the end, and here's how they go. That snare drum that comes in right there sounds a little bit different to me than the rest of the song. It sounds like it's maybe played with brushes, or maybe it's just a different sample or something like that. So keep an ear out for it. If you can't hear it, you don't have to play it, but this is definitely what I can hear and what I've worked out. So moving on, here's the next 4 bars. At the speed of the song, those last 2 snare drums just there are a little bit quick to play with one hand. You could easily move your right hand over and use both hands just to catch them. Here's the last 4 bars, and they're very similar to what we just played. Here's that whole bridge section one time around. After that fill, the drums drop out and we have a half quiet chorus. Then we come back in halfway through the chorus, playing much the same as what we were doing before. And then to finish the drum part, we just have that big swell on the snare drum one more time. And that wraps it up. I hope this drum lesson helps you to play Good For You by Olivia Rodrigo. It's pretty fun and there's not too much tricky stuff in there, so hopefully you're jamming in no time. Happy practicing, and I'll see you at the next lesson.